Hello, people. My name is Loriva, and I am your Real Joy Coach. I hope you are having a blessed day. I just wanted to get on here to let you know that if you have anything that you want to talk about, drop a comment in the comment section, and I will be happy to either research it for you or just give you my opinion, or probably both, because psychology is a vast study and everybody needs to know what is real and what isn't. This is kind of a thing these days where everybody is saying anything they want to and doing anything they want to and reaping the consequences later and then wondering what happened. We can't have that in the sane world. We need to learn how to help each other along. We need to learn how to give to each other and not to take from people and not to hurt people. We need to learn to have access to the things that we need in life. And that's not always easy. You see, when I was homeless, it was very hard for me to get the things that I needed to live my life. And even if I did get the things that I needed, there were other homeless people around who, liked to take. And they didn't care how much it hurt them. They figured if they wanted it, it was theirs. And I had nothing to say about it. Well, as time rolled on, I lost a lot. But I never lost my dignity. I never lost hope. And eventually, when I did get off the street, and when I went into a motel room, I was standing there and I realized I was standing there waiting to talk to the social worker, and I realized I could take a shower. I could sleep in a bed. I could be warm. And from there, my life went up. Not all at once, and not at first. I had to keep working. And that is what it takes to make it in life, is working, having faith, and knowing that if you work hard enough, if you work long enough, and you do the right things, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you'll get there. People always wanted to know what there was, that I was always smiling. And I was always smiling. Because I didn't know what else to do, mostly. But it kept me going. It kept people who were around me, they were more likely to, they were more likely to help me if I was able to just keep smiling and stay positive and just spread happiness and joy and peace and love. So that's what I did. And one day I was sitting in my tent, and all of a sudden the sheriffs were at the door to my tent. And I went up to the door, and I knew it was the sheriffs, and they said, "We came to see if we could offer you any services." I said, "You mean like a motel room?" And from there on out, it was around and around and around, and then I started climbing out of that hole. It was hard at first because sometimes I took a wrong turn and I had to backtrack and I had to get back on the right path again. And it wasn't always easy to keep going. But I learned from that what is right, what is wrong is wrong. Even though I learned it and I knew it all my life, the delineation between right and wrong was very clear. It was very clear, so I just started moving forward and at a faster pace. And when I finally made it to where I was going, it was a long road. I had to deal with people, even in the apartment, even after I got into that apartment. It was not exactly the wrong apartment, but I still had some things to learn. And I had to learn it in that apartment, and I had to learn to wait. And I had to learn to pray harder, I guess. But whatever happened in that apartment was eventually over. And after 25 months, I moved out and into a better place. I haven't been here 25 months yet, but I'm working on it. I'm still putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward. And you know, moving forward is what life is all about. You can sit down by the wayside and take a break every once in a while, but you can't sit there too long because that's called stagnation. If you stay in one place too long, things start passing you by. And I don't like it when things pass me by. So I would always jump up and move on. I just keep moving, even today. Even today, I just keep moving and I keep going. And I find different things along the way that can make me happy. I can find different things that can motivate me and make my day go a little bit faster. So when you stop to think about where you've been and where you're going, it may not look like you're moving forward, but as long as you are moving forward, you can get to the point to where you are, to where you can see where you're going. And once you can see where you're going and you can start to make plans, it's a wonderful thing, actually. Especially when your plans are something that you would never have thought of. Life took you someplace you never thought of going. And that's what happens to me every once in a while. Life will take me someplace I never thought of going. And sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it's good. And sometimes I just have to work on how to change things for the better. So this is all about this channel. I know a little bit about relationships. I know about how to work with people and how to guide other people, because I can see better. I can see better for other people, and other people can sometimes see better for me. It's called objectiveness. You know, when you are objective, you're not the subject. So when the difference between objective and subjective is, if you're the subject and you can't see where you're going, it can sometimes be hard to take a step back and look at the big picture. This is what is, and this is what isn't. And what do I need to do to change what is to what isn't? What would be the best path to get from where I am now to where I want to be? But if you're objective, you are looking at the big picture, at another person's big picture, from a different point of view. And maybe you could say, no, you got to turn around and go this way. Now, people do not like to turn around. They don't like to flip a U. They've come this far, and they don't want to turn around and go back the other way, back to where they started from, and start all over again. But sometimes that is the only way to go. Sometimes you have to, in order to be on the path that will take you to where you're going. I keep saying that because when you're walking through life, or driving through life, or even just trying to figure out how to get to where you're going, you have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember that word that I'm looking for. You have to be a little bit more aggressive. You can't be passive. When you get to where you're going, I don't mean be mean and pushy and vicious to other people or step on people to get to the top. That's what some people do, all right, but that's wrong. You don't stay long at the top if you step on people to get to the top. You gotta the steps on which you step are stepping stones. And stepping stones will take you from point A to point B. What are they? They are goals. Once you reach one goal, you reach another. You plot out your goals, A, B, C, D, and every time you reach one of your little goals and you tick off that goal, then you can move forward and work on your next goal. And this is what happens. And all these little goals, all these little stepping stones add up. If you complete one goal every day, every other day, or maybe every 3 days, you complete 3 to 5 goals a week. Guess where you'll be? There's 52 weeks in a year. You could have completed 156 steps in 1 year if you completed 3 goals per week. That simplifies it, doesn't it? That simplifies a lot of things when you chunk it down. You break it up into little pieces. You want to get here, from here to there, and from here to there is quite a few steps. So just write your steps down. You got to write them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes maybe you can jump ahead, pick another one off, and then go back to the step and start working back down the list, and then you can actually jump ahead, jump over that stepping stone, like you're playing hopscotch. That's the way I look at goals sometimes. So I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions, or if you want to know something, type them in the comment section below. And have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. I'm going to post 2 or 3 goals, 2 or 3 videos as my goal for every week, because I want to help people. I want to help people get from where they are now to where they want to be. And that is the Real Joy Coach. Have a blessed, blessed day, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, night. Keep moving forward. God bless you. Bye-bye.